at the fella. Pretty cinematic. Very Nausicaa-esque, which I appreciate a lot. That's really cool. Looks really great. Looks really nice.
If we shift course now, we might stand a chance.
Apologies, I was actually trying to putz with something off stream. For whatever, it's so bizarre. 2 days ago, when I last streamed, the TikTok app was working just fine. Now, zero scenes work at all. So there must have been some kind of update that literally broke everything on the TikTok streaming app. So I will have to fuck with that on a future occasion. So no TikTok streaming tonight. Not even the webcam shows up, just nothing works on the TikTok app. Well, this is my opportunity to, my daily opportunity for every stream to shit on TikTok, being a terrible, terrible platform that cannot, for the life of them, sustain a streaming app that doesn't just crash and burn every other stream, so it would seem. It still bogs my brain how an app, how a platform as popular and successful as TikTok, like the experience of using their stuff is sometimes nigh impossible. Oh, the music is loud. Fucking loud. No, let's leave it at 50. Sound effects probably go down a little bit. Boop. There we go. And you can kind of hear the clickety clacks are a little bit louder than I'd prefer them. Apply. I like that intro cinematic a lot. That was really cool. I'm amazed I try with TikTok. I mean, it's nice to cast a wide net, and it's maybe hypocritical of me to be constantly shitting on TikTok and yet attempting to, to get an audience there. For me, and maybe I shouldn't admit this because it might be TOS damaging, maybe not TOS violating, but my goal is to like cast a wide net and bring people here, which has worked a handful of times where, yeah, somebody would pop in on TikTok or YouTube and then follow on Twitch because they realize that's the main platform. So that's my main MO. I'm probably not supposed to say that, but that's mostly kind of what I'm after. But that being said, it's also nice not to put all of your eggs in a single basket, obviously. So yeah, so that's just something I try to be mindful of. And I can't, despite my misgivings with TikTok and how they run their company and how they run how the website functions, how the desktop app functions, or in this case doesn't function, despite my misgivings, you can't ignore their popularity. Look at the options. We'll double check, see if there's anything in particular. Yeah, probably not edge scrolling. Auto save sounds good. We'll do. Can I do like 10 minutes? We'll do 10 minutes. If there's like extra stuff you can potentially redeem, I'll play. Oh. So we turn down the audio. Let me know if the audio levels are acceptable. And that should be okay. 60 FPS sounds good. Just lock it at 60 forever. Anti-aliasing, really good. Really good. Controls, of course, it's a strategy game, so controls are probably fairly chill. Controller if you want it, and then that. Yeah, so I'm not going to do the Twitch integration, at least at the start. Lewis says, allow the chat to control the guy. I want to play it just by the books at the start. Actually, hold on. That being said, yeah, I definitely don't want this. But villagers getting names, that actually could be cool. So it's about that. We'll just do the names and that's it. So if it's just like a fun little cosmetic-y thing, then I'm okay with it. But yeah, it's like if you're doing the Twitch integration, for functionality purposes, I kind of shy away from that at the start because I want to play the game in a vanilla state, as my first experience. Did it connect? Yes, there it went. All right, so no movement decisions, but the naming thing should be fun. What's up, Jesse? He says, can you call one of the villagers Biggie Smalls? I think what'll probably happen is it'll just grab names from the chat and then just populate the villagers automatically. It'd be cool if it let me decide, but I think it'll just throw them on in. Yeah, there's skins, I see. Exclusive Onbu skins, so that would be where this thing comes in. This redeem code thing. That's how that goes. All right, so let's see what to expect. I've never played this game, so I don't quite know what to expect, but I'm excited to check it out, and it looks cool. I've heard mostly good things. I think it was Ogasso said that he played one of the earlier builds of it and thought it was just kind of okay, but it did exit early access a few weeks ago, and I'm excited to check it out. So I should probably start with tutorial. Go with tutorial, then we'll go over to normal mode. Jump with the ropes, please. So we have the standard Onbu, and we have Indigon. Can be changed, or cannot be changed later. We'll start with the default. And of course, as some of you may or may not know, this is kind of how the game generally works, is that the village itself is upon this giganto beast, which is pretty exciting. And in addition to managing your village, you also have to be aware of this guy's happenings and where he's going. We could change the name. Sandwheel, small boy. Does anybody have a name recommendation? I mean, Jesse said Biggie Smalls. We could call him Biggie Smalls. He's definitely Biggie for sure. He's definitely a big boy. Pop into Messenger. Shit, you know what? You're right. I have not looked at Messenger in a long time. He says there's no tutorial. He said, Lewis says, go for hard mode. Don't even bother with the tutorial. I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to ignore that because I know better. Baby small boy, Snailer Swift. Snailer Swift, I do kind of like. It should be Snailer Sniffed. Nah, Swift. Because he's not really. Well, no, he's kind of like the head is kind of snail sort of shape with a little not really antennas, but because they're trees obviously. But he's got this big old honking thing on his back. Snailer Swift is good. New C file. We'll call it Super Tutorial Hobbit. Accept. Let us begin.
Driven from our home,
Biggiest Didius, or Biggiest
we
Dudius.
kept wandering, looking for shelter. But not in our wildest dreams did we imagine what we would find.
So their cloaks are blue. Mine is green. So I'm not like a real villager. I'm just pretending to dress as one. Scavenging huts. Or scavenging butts, of course. An Onbu doctor. So I'm guessing there must be some aspects where you have to, try to take care of the creature, the large fella, in addition to caring for your villagers. This is interesting. The breathing apparatus is kind of odd. I wasn't expecting that. I was telling folks how I watched the first Dune movie on the way back from Japan a couple days ago on the airplane, and then watched 2/3 of the second one. So, of course, that's the first thing that comes to mind. Trying to have some kind of ventilator. So Onbu is not the name of the guy, but it is this type of creature, I suppose. It is amazing. See one in several hundred years. Mask is required, says Lewis. Lewis says the entire stream is invalidated. You're right. All right, I'm into the stream. All right, bye everyone. Good night. That's it for the stream. I'm just kidding. No, I don't want to wear a mask just because I want to be able to sip my beverages unimpeded, and also whenever the mouth is muffled when you're talking, it's for extended periods. It's a little bit uncomfortable for me. I'll stick with what we got. He's exhausted, he says. Thought they slept underground, but the poisoning of the soil... Oh, interesting. Can it sustain itself? So we have to take care of it. Let's just cut a hole in the mask. That is not a good idea. I will not be doing that. No mask... No glory holes for me. Sorry. Good opportunity for someone new to take over. And they're looking at me. It's like, who? Me? talking to me. Awful lot of responsibility. I'll teach you a little bit. A tutorial of sorts. Here's the fellas. They're all just looking at me. It's like, don't you guys look at me like that? Here, let's pause so we can kind of read some stuff. So we do have some villages right at the start. He has a hole in his mouth. It's called a mouth. You got me. You got me. My mouth hussy. So the Elder's Notebook. There it is. We did it. Okay. Going to unpause. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Move the camera. All right. Boop, 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 boop. His controls. Pause or adjust. That kind of thing right there. So you got these controls. Very nice. This guy says, build me a house, please. 1, 2, and 3 to toggle the speed. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Zoom in and out. Oh, yes. There's also the Onbo view. So this is... building... Oh, is it this guy? No. Challenge. Onbo view. Oh, that's not it. The center of the top bar. Oh, these right here. Okay. There he is. Let's fight. Unpause. So I guess he's sleeping right now. Then here is the world map. That's pretty cool. If you scroll out enough, it'll do it too. Turn to the village view. Boop. Pretty neat. All right, so let's do some reading then. See what these things have for us. 2 woodcutting camps. You got it. Near some trees. Makes sense. Wood and space for buildings. All right, so... not harvesting, but probably build menu. Research building. Dirt road. Tent. Looking for... not storage, not food, but raw resources. Woodcutting camps. Oh, shit. Build 2 of them near some trees, please. Let's shift while placing a building to keep it selected if you feel so inclined. So I'm guessing the little... that little boundary, the little outline will show you what trees will be harvested, presumably automatically. Based on where you place it. So if I could put it like right her, that's blocked, that's blocked. If I could like put it in the middle, right there. Pretty good. So I'll put one there. That one's got pretty good coverage in that spot. I will put another one there, maybe. Kind of a weird spot. I guess we don't really have any other like base aspects, so I guess I can just put it right there. There we go. Start building. Holding the hammer above his head. It's kind of a nice touch. And I like get information about this guy. That's Doodoo Dad. Doodoo Dad's doing the wood cutting. Good job, Doodoo Dad. Look at him go. What a hardworking fella. And this was Sydney. Kind of a boring name. Kind of a boring, cringe name, if you ask me. Buildings with red flags. No one works there. And they are free workers ready to perform any task you give them. And we really mean any task we give them. Want to help me bury a dead body? Assign 2 workers for each one. Add worker. Bam. Bam. 1, 2. There we go. Place a mining camp near some rocks. You got it, fam. So we'll say mining camp. Just the one. We got some small rocks. We got some big rocks. I'm assuming big rocks are like extra sexy. So we'll put some... and assigned 2 fellas. There we go. Requires some sort of storage, so we're going to want to build a material storage. I'll probably be this one right here. Material storage. And I don't know if it matters quite so much where we put it, so I suppose I'll put it kind of in the middle of all these things. So I'll put it right... heart. And if you start to get impatient, you could speed things up if need be. Bury a dead body. What about helping kitties? That does sound nice. That does sound nice and more pleasant. There's Daisy. There's Haley. Want to see if we have any other fun names. Lewis. Lewis wants a house, I'm assuming. And that's a rock. That's Carol. Material storage, they're working on it. Takes wood to make the storage happen. There's Kristen. Marcella. Where's Doodadad? Doodadad built the thing earlier. He did a great job. We're all very proud of him. Doom nomads will arrive in 1 day, 0 hours. When that gets built, we'll be in good shape. We're mining away. Tree. And 1 more wood. There we go. It's down to Kristen. Gonna train tigers. Help kitties and train tigers. There you go. There's Doodadad. He's chopping wood. I mean, Doodadad knows his way around lots of wood. Can confirm. Fuel storage getting built. And we are good to go. So, that completes that one. So now a berry gatherer. So build a berry gatherer. Build a berry gatherer. I guess it's like a berry gathering hut, really. Here's some berries. There's some right there. If there was a more juicy clump of them. Do love me some good juicy clumps. If there was a juicy clump, be excited to see it, but that's okay. Put it right. Trying to like get all the goods. Put it right there. Bloop. Don't have enough resources for it right now. A little bit concerned about the no housing situation. I'm assuming a tent would be a good idea. Like, I guess I'll be a good boy and follow the tutorial, but I'm also like, but my people. I want my people to do good. I don't want them to be sad and homeless. It just sounds unfortunate. Don't have all the resources available for this one. It takes 20 wood. There's some wood lying around. It's a stack of 6 hammers, 6 tools. I like the animation of the guys eating the berries. That's kind of fun. Pile of berries. So we're getting there, though. I guess they work throughout the night. Don't they have to go sleepies? They're gonna get tired? Can I see their, like, happiness level, maybe? Housing quality. Non-existent. He says, give me a goddamn house! Decoration, pollution, decoration, total. So, I'm guessing that's kind of a measure of, like, their happiness score, more or less. I'm sure we'll learn more about that on the soon. Nom 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 nom. Holding the berry, just vibrating the berry as they eat them. And then we'll assign 1 berry fella. 1 berry boy. That sounds very good to me. Nice and easy. Clay gathering. And of course, we see some clay deposits, so that would explain it. Storage? No. Food? No. Clay gathering camp. Tools, wood, and stone. So we have like a good amount of, I assume, like small and medium clay deposits over yonder. A couple of them over here as well. We're just building a single clay deposit fella. This is probably the most bountiful amount. Bountiful. Oh, somebody said something just now. Accept the new villager. I will accept you momentarily. Yeah, probably that will be extra good. It's either that or get these 4. Yeah, I would say this one's probably want to go for. There we go. And then accept the new villager. Yes. Periodically attract nomads. Oh, this one. Boop. So once that is built up, get to it. Actually, I could go ahead and assign them now. They're ready once it's good to go. And if we, of course, want to include more clay deposits, we'll have to build a separate clay station over here. Ah, clay station, one of my favorite Sony consoles. Yeah. Of course, some of these things are slightly in the way. You know, some of these, like, larger boulder structures. Onbu spikes. Oh, it reduces his trust. So some of these things are harmless to extract. Others extract a toll from our fella. I hope they won't extract that automatically. I hope that's something that the game, or that the villagers have to be instructed to do, versus them just being like, here we go, let's fucking do it. Lots of material storage, all right. Now for research. Construct a research building. Good building. Found in the village category. Work when it's fully staffed. So presumably no major requirements as far as where it needs to be. Let's put it in the middle. It has to be next to... Ah, yes. Place the research building next to this naturally occurring pile of books that just is on the on the overworld. Probably doesn't work that way. Can also build roads, which is cool. Alright, so that one's going. We'll take some clay, but the good news is we have the means to do it. Got 2 clay workers. It looks like they do extract the resources fairly quickly. In fact, if I look over here, we can see the trees are getting cleared out fairly rapidly. I'm assuming that, at least with trees, that some might start growing elsewhere. We're not moving right now, so Onbu's just chilling. Or this Onbu, at least, is just chilling. Yeah, I wonder if at some point we can extract stuff in the rest of the world. Because eventually we're going to run out of stuff at the surface. And it needs workers. I think it says it needs to be fully staffed, so it needs to be 3. Oh, yeah, it just automatically fills them in. We have enough folks for this. Buildings with a red flag. That's this one. And then in 2 days, we'll get another bundle of them. It is raining right now. Raises humidity. Okay, good to know. Not too worried. Right now, clay is still the limiting factor. A little bit surprised the tutorial has just kind of taken its sweet time on, giving these nice folks housing. Also, they're working throughout the night, which is also a little bit concerning. I mean, they're eating food, which is good, but a little bit concerned about their, sustainability of just never sleeping. Giant shrunk, so no downsides for that one. All about the clay, but yeah, the spikes we don't want to mess with, and it would just give you stone. Nothing else. Berries over here, some berry bushes that are still sprouting. Nothing else of note. Not really. Oh, actually, no, there's some strange rubble. Something buried underneath, you say. Clay and stone, but something else, maybe. That's something to keep an eye out for. It's hard for me to play a game like this and not sometimes think back to RimWorld. So seeing something like this and a mysterious message saying something is buried underneath, I'm reminded of the... What were they called in RimWorld? The ancient evil? Or like ancient something where like something mysterious and terrifying lurks underneath this non-naturally formation. This one is mostly done. So someone wants to talk to you. Whomst. Oh. A strange pile of rubble. Yes, I noticed it. Something is buried. With that, the soda is Fine. We switch back to water. Alright, so maybe we should try to dig it up. Maybe it was buried for a reason. Yes, this might be a bit of a gamble. What are we gonna find when we dig this thing up? Aren't you at least a little bit curious? It could be something really cool, or it could be something terrible. Hard to say. Well, it looks like we have an objective for it, so there we go. Clear the strange rubble. So I guess we harvest it. There's probably no huge rush. Fuck it, I guess I might as well. Medium priority. I'll set normal. Yeah, there we go. There are folks that are working on it. Are we moving? He stirs. The creature awakens. Hopefully me harvesting his strange pile isn't gonna upset him. Who up right now harvesting they pile right now? They strange pile. Who up right now playing what day strange pile. I think the little balloon. I'm guessing the balloon is because... Oh, it's what they're working on right now. That's why. The music's popping up. Might turn it down just the smidgiest of smidgens. We're moving, and there is stuff on the overworld. I don't know where we're heading. We're heading towards an abandoned encampment. So I guess while we're moving, there's probably nothing we can grab, but maybe when we arrive at our destination, something cool will happen. Church building is nearly done. This thing getting harvested. We're getting there, about 50% the way through. Pile of stone, some pile of shit. I mean clay. Oh man, what's it gonna be? Research building, or this guy's gonna get cleared first. Oh. Oh, it's gonna be a bit. Okay, never mind. It's gonna be a minute before that one finishes up. This guy just needs a little bit more clay. No, no rush, clay fellas. No rush. I like the little balloon that shows what they're working on right now. That's a fun touch. We're doing okay on food, by the way. Air toxicity, none. Humidity, normal. Temperature, a little bit chilly. Something we're doing okay on food. Yeah, food summary's looking all right. Like, I wonder if I want to up the food production. Some chalky milk, nice. Helping kitties. What about? Well, how's about this, Meerkat? What about that? But also helping kitties, but it's a different kind of kitty. How's that? How's that? Is that an acceptable answer? There's another kind of kitty that can receive assistance. Hornblower, Onbu doctor, injector, feeding trebuchet, feeding pump, discipliner. Am I gonna be spanking him? I don't want to spank the big fella, the Onbu. About like 4 or 5 months ago. So I'm not much of a sports guy, but 4 or 5 months ago, there was a hockey game here in St. Louis. We have the NHL team, St. Louis Blues. There was a Blues game where there was a Hello Kitty themed evening, like a Hello Kitty themed night, where they had Hello Kitty themed jerseys for sale and some plushies they were giving away if you bought like a certain kind of ticket, that kind of thing. And both my wife Gracie and Aaron's wife Helen, they both love Hello Kitty. So even though none of us are huge sports fiends, we still went to the game, if not just to enjoy the Hello Kitty stuff, which was fun. And the jerseys were fun. We did get the little Hello Kitty plushies, which were nice too. They have little St. Louis Blues jerseys on and little hockey sticks, which is fun. And the Hello Kitty mascot was there as well. Somebody walking around in like the big mascot costume, which was delightful. And we only saw the mascot from afar a handful of times, but at one point we heard that the Hello Kitty mascot was like in the main kind of like concession stand area, just kind of wandering around, posing for pictures, just kind of hanging out with folks. And Gracie and Helen were so excited. They were like, oh shit, we gotta go see if we can get a photo op with Hello Kitty because we love her. Holy shit, she's so cool. So Aaron and I, we stuck by, stay where we were and continued watching the game. But Helen and Gracie went off for like an hour, well, like 45 minutes trying to find where Hello Kitty was because she kept moving, of course. So anyway, I say all that to say that at the end of the night, Aaron and I got to enjoy a nice hockey game, and Gracie and Helen were chasing Kitty around. And the word chasing Kitty, I was like, yes, it reminds me of my college years, chasing Kitty. Yes, I remember those years all too well. Almost halfway through here. Yes, chasing Kitty, just a good phrase. I mean, these clay boys are slacking, man. Of course, I guess, well, no, there is loose clay. I think part of the problem is that more folks are focused on this thing. Of course, we did just get some new dudes. We have 5 free workers right now. Like, could we get somebody to finish this thing? Set her higher priority, maybe? Yeah. Like, I just wanted to get finished because, like, we're just kind of sitting on this thing. No, I guess granted, if we do finish it, I'm not sure what benefit it really gives us. And of course, we won't move the tutorial until this thing gets cleared. So we do want that one to be knocked out too. Yeah, maybe I messed up by setting that to a high priority. Now there's 2 high priorities. There we go. All right, so I'm going to say no longer high priority. Just I wanted that last little bit finished just because it was just sitting there forever. All right, so there we go. How far along are we? We are about 1/3 to our destination, this abandoned encampment. An abandonment, if you will. And find some tools amidst the debris. I like it. So this one's almost donezo. It's still getting there, but we do have the fully staffed situation. And that is going to take its sweet time. Yeah, I do wonder what's going to be there. It's giving us stuff. I mean, as we're mining it, it's at least giving something for us. It's not like it's a complete time sink. A resource sink, even. I wonder what kind of cool stuff we can research. Ooh, excuse me. Show research tree. Full staff required. Of course, I have 1, 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tree. Well, I guess it's got to be air wells. It's air wells or no wells. Extracts water from the air. That sounds nice. Do it. Research the air well. I got the wood for it. Let's fucking make it happen, baby. Alright, so that's working. Research Sierra Will, that is in progress. Do we have all 3 guys? Not just yet. I think somebody is heading towards it, though. So I see this little dotted line leads to it. So someone's gonna pop in once. There we go. Someone popped in. Good. Oh, no. The lines are because they're delivering wood, because it takes wood to... or various resources to research things. So that'll take a little bit. Worker moving to... There we go. Yeah. That's the last guy. So our intrepid workers, Marcella and Kristen and Meerkat. Meerkat, ever the intellectual, working as researchers. Good job. Good job, team. How's this strange thing going? Strange fella. Oh, 21 outfits. So we're more than halfway there. And we're also living on a prayer. Can I see a list of villagers? Warning flags. I mean, the fact that there's no housing is probably a bit of a warning flag. Idle workers are the devil's playthings. Resources. Villager happiness level. I just want to see a list so I can see the names. Metabolism. Doing good. He's chilling. Challenge. Tutorial. Yes. Yeah, the challenge level is actually pretty chill right now. A notebook. Little population. Things are chilling right now. Are we researching horse girls? Meerkat, have you been playing that new... oh, maybe it's not that new, because it's been like a month now, but that wild-ass Steam game? The free-to-play horse racing idol or gachapon game? Because I've heard it's immensely popular, and apparently it's quite good. I'm such a fucking, like, stick in the mud. I've never played Honkai Star Rail. I've never played Genshin Impact. I've never played any of the gacha games. I'm such a scrub. So I have no idea what these games are like. I mean, I've watched people stream them, so I know, I suppose, enough to be dangerous, but yeah, I have no idea what they're like. I've seen, like, the trailer for the horse racing anime girl game, and it looks hilarious. It looks fucking wild. But apparently it's, like, really good. Yeah. Yeah, so you know of the game. Yeah, you know of the game, yeah. Yeah, I think Jet's played it a bit. A handful of folks I know have played it a little bit at least, but yeah, no, it kind of came out of nowhere on Steam, and apparently it popped off pretty hard. So we will double time it, because we're just kind of chilling right now while research is researching. Although it's cooking along. And this is also clucking? Is it clucking like a chicken? Onbu's just vibing, having a good old time. All right, so let's go down to boop boop. Oh, how do I go to normal? 1? Yes. There we go. Normal speed. So water berries are a good source of food, but you need the water. Oh no, you need to cultivate more crops. Air well can be found. Let's go ahead and build one. The gachapon games don't sound like games you would enjoy or shouldn't play. I mean, it's one of those things where gacha games and like that style of game, plenty of folks play them and have a fun time with it, and you know, no negative things are experienced as a result of playing them. Actually, I wonder if I should... It matters, right? But I'll just put it near the middle. Yeah, it's fine. So, like, you know, it's like any other kind of video game. Like, there's no, like, downside. Just having it be a fun game you play every once in a while. And then there's the whales, as we all know the term. There's the whales that... Not our whale, not Whale of a Cod, but the whales that play those games and spend a lot of money on them. You know, spend a lot of money, a lot of time. You know, for some folks, there can be a detriment. You know, they spend too much money, they spend too much time on it. There is sometimes an addictive nature kind of built into those games. Well, maybe not an addictive nature to the game, but an addictive quality to the game that brings out that nature for those who are susceptible to it. This, of course, can especially mean, like, impressionable kids, that kind of thing. I know Genshin in particular was you know, pretty popular, at least for a while there, to the younger crowd, that kind of thing. So, especially as a free-to-play game. When it's a free-to-play game, that's where it sucks you in. It's like, oh, it's free. I'll just play the game, no problem. But then you see the shinies. right? The platinum currency or the premium currency that lets you buy your favorite character or buy that skin you like. And then, well, I've spent a couple hours in the game. I'll throw in a couple bones, sure. And then, you know, it kind of starts to spiral for some folks. Not everybody, you know, gets suckered in like that, but it can be dicey for some folks. You could say the same for World of Warcraft. You know, lots of other games have been dinged for being overly addictive. So I don't know if I necessarily blame the game like by default, but some can be downright predatory. Again, especially towards kids, which are, you know, nothing like a steady customer, right? You get someone when they're young, and you get them when they're impressionable, and that's a regular customer, right? Assign a worker to the airwell. Just one worker. We'll get that built up, and this thing is still going. And then there's the pay to win. Yeah, some of them can be pay to win, especially for like PvP games. I don't think it's quite so much an issue for the anime horse racing game, because I think that's PvE. I don't think there's much. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't played it, but I don't think there's much for a multiplayer aspect. Honkai, Star Rail, and Genshin, I think those are mostly PvE. I don't know if they're multiplayer, but you know, it's one thing to like pay to win. You know, you pay the money and you get the thing faster, or you get the skin. Like that doesn't bother me quite so much. But when it's a PvP game, when it's a multiplayer PvP game, you start the game, everyone around you has the premium badass overpowered guns, and you're stuck with the pea shooter. Well, shit, I guess I gotta spend $20 on the premium gamer pass to afford the cool guns so I can stand a chance. That shit's lame as hell. It's like, no one likes that. But again, that kind of thing's been around for a long time. Anyone who ever played Magic the Gathering back then knows how that feels, because every time a new season comes out, well, shit, the new cards are way better than the previous couple seasons. So in order to keep up and have a fighting chance for the new season, I gotta buy the new sets of cards. What the hell? So that's not limited only to free-to-play games, but it can be predatory for sure. Picking puppies is bad in most cases, yeah. Yeah, it's tricky because some folks love that shit. You know, some folks, not kicking puppy, well, hopefully they don't love kicking puppies, but some folks love Genshin. They love Star Rail, you know, they love the anime horse racing game. So I don't make it sound like if you play that game, you are ethically bad and you should be slapped on your penis. But yeah, there without a doubt are cases where, yeah, folks get suckered into that predatory nature. You know, they praise upon an addictive trait that some of us, you know, just have. Just, you know, it's like it's not like a moral failing or something. It's just a thing that some of us get sucked into. So it can be unfortunate. It's a no fun time. We got the farm. Do I want to get the water tank, or do I want to keep on going to the horn blowing? I love getting horny and blowing. What can I say? Airwell. Oh, we got the thing, by the way. What do we get? We got mysterious structure. Severely damaged and needs to be rebuilt. So I can repair it or deconstruct it. Do I talk to the person? Yes, I talk to the person. PvE games that have leaderboards. I mean, yeah, to me, those are less of an extreme sin. Because, like, you know, there are people that say, oh shit, I want to be the best of the best. Diablo Immortal was a good example of that, because I don't know if that game had really any multiplayer. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. I don't know if it had PvP. Again, I don't know. But I do know it had those leaderboards, like Lewis is saying. And there were people that were vying for that top spot. I think one guy in particular made headlines for spending some inordinate amount of money to get the top spot on those leaderboards, at which point he was streaming his progress, trying to like reach that top spot. And once he got it, he like immediately uninstalled the game and like deleted his account, because he was like, I've beat the game, it's done. So, and again, it took a lot of money to get there. So there are the extreme cases where, yeah, even if it's PvE, some folks will go ham on getting all that shit to rise to the leaderboards. But to me, that's less frequent. I mean, all I have is anecdotal evidence. I don't have like anything on hand to say this one is, you know, verifiably less bad than the other. But it seems like the more extreme cases that I've encountered firsthand are the PvP ones, where you're looking around, you're like, I can't even like get a foothold in the game because I'm getting spawn cammed by these dinguses with the mega sniper rifle, and all I have is this like shovel. Whereas if it's like a PvE like leaderboard thing, it's like I can just ignore the leaderboard thing and just vibe and have a nice time. If it's PvP, if I'm getting like insta sniped at spawn and I don't even have a chance, then like, are you even playing the video game? So yeah, the leaderboard thing is not as spicy of an issue for me, at least. But it's definitely there. It's definitely there. Never seen anything quite like this. Battle Cats is a pretty good one. It's not too predatory. I don't know if I've heard of that one. But like Meerkat said, there's a lot of those kinds of gacha games out there. And most of them are free to play. And most of them you don't really hear much about because they're not doing anything fucky-wucky. Seems like we only really hear about the, you know, the really fucky awful ones that are you know, extra predatory and have like extremely unsavory practices. So the ones that are a little bit more chill and a little bit less destructive against their player base, those are the ones. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my headband here. Those are the ones that are you know, you don't hear about them because there's less of that bad news bias, I guess. There we go. I guess pretty straight. So we can use some of our own resources, we can maybe repair it, or we just deconstruct it and use these resources elsewhere. Also, I like what this guy's got going on with this little not forehead, but his head there. He's got some kind of fungal growth. But it's so exciting. What could it be? I'm of the opinion of I want to rebuild. I'll repair it. We have plenty of both of these things, wood planks and stone slabs to make it happen. So I say we fucking go for it. We got more folks, and I didn't research anything yet. Airwell still being constructed. Oh, I paused. Oops. So we're getting there. I'll just go ahead and make a decision. Landscaping. So hornblower, horny and blowy. Stores food. Oh, it's a raid from Lunar Sketch. What's up, buddy? That's our boy. That's John, right? I think. I remember real names according to people that I know in real life. Sorry if I just doxed you, by the way. Sorry if I doxed that he has a first name. I'm just kidding. He doesn't even have a first name. His first name is Lunar. His last name is Sketch. That's his real name. We'll do the horny blower. We're getting horny and we're blowing. That's what we're doing. No, we're playing the Wandering Village. Cool little strategy, real-time strategy game where you manage a village and you wander. There's the wandering villagers that are wandering and they're villaging, but also the village itself is upon a creature that wanders, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of the whole basis for the game. Colony management, village management, dealing with resources, building stuff, researching stuff, the kind of stuff you're used to, but also we have this creature we're walking on that goes through various biomes. There are weather events. There is a map and destinations we're striving towards. It looks like there will be a crossroads we go for as well, which is pretty cool. So, cool little game. I'm liking it a lot so far. Whoops. I'm gonna close that, and I'm on tutorial mode right now because I'm a fucking scrub. Thank you, Luna Sketch, for that raid. Doing some Final Fantasy XIV. So you've probably, I'm sure you heard all about the Final Fantasy XIV cafe that we got to go to with Helen and Aaron during our trip to Japan, which was incredible. I'm sure they've told you all about the trip. Let's see. Disabled buildings. So there's nothing. So yeah, when there's no research, disable it for now. But I'm researching. I'm guessing if I disable it, it won't like nuke the progress. I'm assuming that's probably okay, and it'll just pick up where we left off. So yeah, freeze the workers. They can do other stuff. Sure. So I'll go and do that. I'll say disable, please, just to complete the objective for it. But yeah, it does keep the research there if need be. And then time to build a farm because I researched farms. Yes. Doesn't matter where I build said farm. Place it on grass. On grass soil. Just don't soil yourself, Alex. Also, it's very damp. Very damp, very dank. Anyway, though, Luna Sketch, thank you for that raid. And as always, if you have any clips you want to share, you're welcome to share them. So you've raided me before. You've heard the spiel before. Heard the old spiel. Whoops. So we'll build it around some grassy areas. No grassy knolls, please. Ideally, like a nice cleared area. And it probably should be fairly... Actually, what I could do is I could build one out here and just build another little storage station area. I'll build one there, and then I'll build a closer storage spot. Material storage. Maternal storage. I'll build it on the dirt. On the dirt. Actually, cancel that. I'll build it a little bit further up. That way it's not... Because I might, at some point, build a mining camp kind of in the middle there. So get the farm constructed. Give it 2 twerkers. Oh, yeah. All right. Never paid a single dollar. Yeah, some of the... Yeah, it's just like Meerkat was saying. Yeah, some of those, like, PvE, free-to-play gacha games are not super obnoxious about... Like, yeah, like, needing to be a premium user or a premium player to, like, have a chance at, you know, global leaderboards or regional leaderboards. Some of them do, but not all of them necessarily. Harvested for water, which is exciting. It will dry out. I kind of want to. But the tutorial hasn't told me to. How much water do we have right now? We have 2 free twerkers. But I think once that gets constructed, that will not be an issue. Yeah, these guys. Marcella and Kristen, they're just chilling. Once we have 1 more wood. Also, we've gone a very long time. We have yet to have the tutorial tell me to build a house. Maybe I should just go rogue and build one my own damn self. We'll just build some tents. It seats or houses 2 people. Although if we build like a big tent or research big tents, maybe that would be cool too. We have 6 free workers. You know, I'm gonna go and re-enable this one because I think we have enough people to support it. Pantry flop house, 30 villagers. That's amazing. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna hold out for the flop house. Is it really called flop house? Did I read that right? It's really called flop house. It makes me very happy. Who up right now? Flopping day houses. The horny blower is horny and it's blowing, or actually it's being researched. And then this thing is got a ways to go. Got a ways to go for the mysterious structure. Oh, wait. Maybe we don't have planks. We have wood. Mushrooms. Do we get wood planks? No, we get wood. We need to refine... Oh, I see what this is. You have to refine wood into wood planks. You have to refine stone into stone slabs, which we then return or suffer their curse. So we have the raw stuff, but we need to refine them. I want to be a refined, dignified individual. And I'm guessing... pantry, flop house makes me happy. Corn plantation, tomato, cactus. Landscaping. Decorations. Discipliner for spanking him if he's been a naughty boy. Eat command. Oh, to tell Envu to eat. I was like, wait, teach my villagers how to eat? How to sleep? Interesting. Because of the horny blower. Carpenter, there you go. How to make planks. I would say the flop house probably is a higher priority because I want my villagers to not be homeless and sad. Stonemason, of course, nice and simple. There's the pantry is necessary for that. I'm guessing just the pantry is necessary for the stonemason. Cool. Continue with that one then. Almost got all the goods for this guy. Material storage is good there. Flop house. Why not go and build the tents? I figure like building the flop house is probably more efficient. Let's build one of those and I'm good to go. First having to build a bunch of tents for 19 people. About to be 20. So red flags, yeah, because we don't have the stuff for it yet. Not enough resources available. Research is almost complete. All right, so we'll do floppy houses. Yes, please. That one takes a lot of clay, a shocking amount of clay, just for the research. Building one is also pretty expensive. That will take more clay. I think it's because our clay production has gone down a bit. Yeah, we only have the 2 that we're digging into right now. I'll get a third fella. We still have some free workers available. I'll help with the clay. I might even build another clay gathering encampment. Got this cluster over here, which entices me so. Yeah, some of the gachapon games are obnoxious. Yeah, oh yeah, no question. If you open up the legal side of things, well, that's the thing too, because some of those games, in addition to being like ethically and morally dubious, sometimes it does rub up against things like straight up gambling. And that's why some of those games, in some cases, are like heavily restricted in other countries. Because I think in some countries in the EU, and maybe even some countries in like Asia and some shit, are they make it so that like, yeah, like you can't do like straight up what they consider to be gambling-esque activities in things that children can play. Part of why Twitch, of all things, was kind of going through that like weird like identity crisis a year, I guess this was like 2 or 3 years ago, where a lot of like the top streamers, like the tippity top streamers, were just straight up gambling on Twitch. Like XQC was losing like tens of thousands of dollars on stream because he was like doing this like slot machines basically on stream. And he, you know, XQC, one of the top streamers ever, and like he has a huge audience of impressionable children, and everybody was like, why is this allowed? It's kind of fucked. And it went like that for a long time before finally Twitch was like, maybe don't do that, and they altered their TOS. And of course that's what caused a lot of people to go off and form Kick. You know, Kick exists because streamers want to gamble to children, I guess. I don't know, it's fucking weird, but here we are. So anyway, so yeah, like part of that is because in addition to the moral questions of it, some countries just straight up don't want you to be gambling in front of children, and there's like legal ramifications, kind of like what Meerkat was saying. So yeah, it opens up a can of worms, but also legal questions on like, you know, how can this be enjoyed by folks in other countries if it's like rubbing up against laws that are sometimes more strict out there than how it is here. We're getting some beats. We got the farm going. Hell yeah, baby. So the farm is all good. Time to plot. We're plotting. Also, this guy's done. So the flop house has flopped. We shall go towards the carpenter next so I can get them planks and then the stonemason. Yes. Yes, that one. Yes, please. Yes, please. Can I get the flop house? I need the clay. I have... How much? I got 73 clay, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. There's more where that came from, but... Yeah, we only have those 2 right now. We've like fully usurped 2 of them so far. I guess there's only 3 of the workers, and they're able to work on the same one at the same time. So I'll deconstruct this, or I guess move it if that's an option. Can you move it? No, I guess you deconstruct it and then move it, so... I'll build another one at some point right here. Or, I mean, I say that. We have 2 free boys. Come on and take a free boy. Maybe I could just build one. Play gathering camp. It takes a little bit of wood, a little bit of stone. Yeah. We got the stuff. Let's fucking do it right now. Why wait? 3 tools? How many tools do I have? 6 tools. Are those things we get back, I wonder? Building camp can be found by scavenging. Bought from the breeder, from the trader. I'll just fucking go for it. It's fine. Cool if I can get all 4 of them, but that fucking big boy, a big boy, is in the way. That's fine. 3 is still pretty good. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Is what Meatloaf probably saying. Probably. Except even there, it's like a little bit scrunchy. I guess I could go up here. It's a little bit farther out. Nothing else. Okay, yeah, thank you, Agasso. We got Corky. By the way, Corky, thank you for it was a resub. 40 months of that resub. Thank you, Corky. Yeah, it was a rare moment where I was talking a lot, Corky. I know, shocking, right? A person streaming on twitch.tv talking a bunch. It's weird because it looked like it was gonna say you can't do it. Like it's like there's something red. Oh, it's the tent itself is red. That's what was throwing me. I was like, there's something red there. I guess I can't build it there, but no, it's fine. It's fine. Still build it there. Yeah, the tent itself is red. I didn't notice that until now. Yeah, it made me scared. It made me scared. Is this Farmville? This is Wandering Farmville. This is Wandering Village. You'll never guess why it's called a Wandering Village. You do indeed have villagers, and there's a village, and you have a research tree you're managing. You have actually, I'm kind of saving up for that stuff. It's fine. It's fine. We need all these things eventually anyway. So there's research trees that allow you to unlock new new things to build, new stations. You're managing your villagers' happiness levels, their food, their water. There's raw resources to extract from the land. There's stuff you can refine it into. You can take logs and refine them into planks. There's clay deposits. There's stone. There's water, of course. Lots of things. So and the villager, it's called the Wandering Village. The villagers, they do wander. There's one, he's wandering right now, or she's wandering right now. I'm dressed as a villager for a dare drop challenge. Well, I'm dressed as one of these cool dudes. These cool duders. I realize. Oh, here we go. I kind of look like how Sunday looks right now. I'm like a palette swapped of Sunday, kind of, sort of. Sunday, that's one of my favorite days of the week. Sunday. But in addition to all that, all these villagers and this village and this wandering, the village itself is upon a creature that wanders. And it goes into different biomes. There are weather effects. There are events that happen with regards to the fella. If I zoom out more, we can see we have directions, crossroads. This decision lies in your past. I guess my guy made a decision for me, and I probably missed a thing. I probably missed a notification for it. But anyway, so yeah, we're just chilling. It's a pretty cool game. The tutorial right now, hence why I'm following this stuff up here. Your farm raised a flag, whoops, to notify you that something's not working. Oh, I need to build a plot. Assign plots. I will add a plot device. Find 2 buttons. Open its detail. I guess you, like, plot it in here, I guess, right? Can I do, like, boop? And that is for beats, specifically. There we go. They're going. We can always build more if need be. We're good there. Several buildings that have raised the flags, the warning flags. What's going on? So this one, we need the resources. That's an obvious one. What's going on here? I didn't assign the people. We have no more free boys. No more free boys, although we will in a moment, I believe. And then, was there anything else? This one, it's sad because storage is full. That's a good problem to have. In that case, I'll disable this for now. Because we have plenty of water. Plenty of water. Yeah, so it's resource management, but also, yeah, village management and village stuff. More research to be done, which is good. The researching is a lot faster than I expected to be. Stonemason. Yes, please. How are we doing on clay? I keep using clay right before I, like, reach the happy amount. I want to build some housing for our boys and girls. I want to build some housing for the homies. And we have the flop house, which costs 100 clay. It's not small, but that will be enough for our crew and then some. I guess I can go ahead and plot it down. Plot it right there. There we go. And then maybe some roads would be nice for speeding up things a little bit. So that costs nothing, which is kind of cool, just time. So I would say roads that cut through... I realize I've kind of spaced this out, maybe not the best. And maybe I should have thought about roads from the get-go. I'll at least have... Assuming roads cutting through grasslands are not necessarily, like, a bad thing. I'll kind of cut through there. Can't cut through the trees, but maybe I do, like, these guys. Probably it's fine to cut through a singular berry bush. No one's gonna mind. There we go. That way we have, like, nice, easy ways to get to and from the various storage areas. That seems pretty chill. Just take a bit of time to build it up. Another couple villages will arrive soon. Oh, we got Todd in the house. What's up, Todd? Good to see you, buddy. Of course, Corky, you may or may not have heard me previously talk about the Japan trip. I am indeed back from my overseas travels. And it was a great time. And for those who have... actually, I'm gonna say no more road construction. How do I say no thank you? Thanks, there we go. For those who've already heard me talk about the Japan trip, be ready to roll your eyes as I talk about it yet again. But it was awesome. It was a great time. At the beginning of every stream for the next couple of days, maybe a week, I don't know, I show off some of the souvenirs and some of the fun stuff we got, because of course I got t-shirts, there was gachapon, there was various doodads and baubles I picked up over the weeks we were there. There have been pictures to share, all kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, it was really spectacular. Your school goes to Japan. Oh my gosh, that sounds so cool. Yeah, it definitely gets my recommendation. What I will say is that it's, as you can imagine, it's not an effortless kind of trip. It is a lot of travel to get there. It was like 14 hours of flying, and that's if it's non-stop to get there. So, you know, in all likelihood, you're probably sitting in between driving to the airport and being at the airport, and then a flight to wherever you're going, and then probably connecting flights and layovers. You might be in a traveling sequence for like 20 plus hours, like we were, going there and coming back. And of course, there's language barriers. Of course, there's a subway system to try to understand. There's cultural differences that take a while to get used to. It takes a lot of energy to make a trip to Japan happen and to make it worthwhile. So I kind of consider it like vacationing in hard mode, basically, because it takes a lot to make it happen, but because it's hard mode, the rewards are that much sweeter. So it is fantastic. It's not for everybody, and it's not for anybody necessarily who wants like just a chill, vibing, don't have to worry about nothing kind of trip. You know, like a relaxing, just don't give a shit kind of vacation. But yeah, if you want like an adventure that you're gonna remember for the rest of your life, oh my god, it's incredible. And I kind of want to go back. Not anytime soon. I'm good for a hot minute. My travel battery is well expended for the foreseeable future, but man, it was really something special. I'm gonna temporarily disable the research building, get those villagers to do some other stuff. And the warning flags, we're working on it. Roads, we're working on that as well. We in fact got some villagers to be crack-a-lacking, which is what they're doing. We got plenty of clay now. I might get to the point where I'm gonna wind this one down, because this one is working at full capacity. In fact, they've already knocked that one down. So I'm gonna remove one of those, and I think remove one of those here as well, because they both have. This one has 2 left. That one has 1 left. Those are workers that could be used elsewhere. He's eepy. That's him yawning. He's taking nappy naps. 24 hours of travel. Oh boy. Yeah. Vancouver, British Columbia. Yeah, makes sense. And Honolulu. Yeah. Yeah, ours was we went from St. Louis to Denver, and then Denver straight to Narita Airport in Tokyo. So that was, which was, it was a lot. The longest flight there was 12 hours because you're facing headwinds. On the flight back was more like 11 hours, maybe 10 hours, like 50 minutes, because you have tailwinds, which is, you know, kind of pushing you along. So the flight back was less bad. That being said, our flight back got delayed 4 times or some shit. So we left like 6... Okay, not 6. We left like 4 hours later than we were expected to otherwise. So it felt shitty in different ways. Woodcutting and mining camps. You can manually harvest, right, which we've seen before. So harvest 3 things manually. So that one's being harvested non-manually. I would say let's harvest this one. I like the balloons make me happy. It's like this one right here, please. Harvest, and then yeah, it's like these little onesie twosies. That's kind of nice. Those 3, please. Those 3. 24 goddamn hours of travel. There's the flop house. Everyone's got the housings and the floppings. We're good there. So yeah, really the last thing for the warning flags is getting the wood planks and stone slabs to get this thing built up. And of course, we have the refining, stonemason and carpenter places. Guess we can go and build them. I'll go ahead and build them up. I don't know if it matters too much where exactly they go. I'll build one right here. And then the other one, stonemason. Oh wait, hold on. Which one is that? That one is, that's the carpenter. Can I put them right next to each other? There is something... Yeah, part of that building's blocking it. Build it right there. Fairly close to roads and such. There we go. And then Arnav over on YouTube is asking about the giveaways. So the giveaways that we are doing for this game are all through Dare Drop. So Dare Drop is how I got a review key for this game. And Dare Drop has predetermined dares, predetermined little achievements that you can strive towards. And if you accomplish these dares, you can get extra giveaway keys for viewers. And like I said, all these things are predetermined. I don't get to decide what the dares are, nor do I get to decide the rewards. But I can show you what we are working with. I can show you what the options are for this game specifically. Let me pop over to my monitor real quick and I can show you. So this is the Dare Drop page. And there's a bunch of different games that have Dare Drop campaigns. Hell Clock we played a couple days ago. That one's really good. Unfortunately, this one ran out of keys, so I couldn't participate in the Ninja Gaiden one. It's a shame because it looks great. Here's the one for Wandering Village, though. And if we click into this one, I scroll down. Oh, there's some fucking nerd named Super Hobbit streaming. That guy's so cringe. What a weirdo. Anyway, you scroll down, and you can see all the dares for this specific game, for the Wandering Village. So, and for some of them, some are like fairly easy. Use the focus worker to follow a villager, blah, 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 design a cool firework, blah, blah, blah. Here are the ones that I'm working towards. So for this one, if I build a cool little park with one of the monument buildings as its center, then we get an extra key for this game to give away. There's a couple like that one. There's this one, play the game while cosplaying. I'm hoping we'll probably get that one if possible. And if we knock that one out, then yes, we get an extra key for this game to give away. These are the ones I like to go for. A key for the game we're playing is I think the easiest one to like get people excited about. Easy to sell a concept to somebody when you're saying, yes, you can get a key for the game that we're playing right now. It's so cool. Sometimes you might get like extra cool rewards for extra difficult challenges. So these, the ones that are hard mode, these give you 2 keys for the game if you knock them out. But again, that's like if you finish the entire story. That takes a lot of time. And then you have this one where it's like a legendary dare. If you win a run on hard mode with hostility set to 30 and you never sacrifice anybody and you're doing great, then you get a multi-pack of City Mover Builder games. So you get the Wandering Village, Flotsam, and Airborne Empire. So those are pretty cool. Usually those kinds of rewards are from like multiple games by the same publisher. So that's usually how that... Oh, sorry, I realized my face is covering. But that's usually how that works. So anyway, that's kind of how Dare Drop works. A little Dare Drop primer, and how and what our giveaway situation will likely look like. The plan is to hopefully come away from this maybe not this stream, but like a future stream with at least 1, maybe 2 giveaway keys for this game. And we do all of our giveaways through my Discord server. So if anyone is curious and you want to participate in our future giveaways, we do all the giveaways through Discord. If you're on YouTube, a link to my Discord should be found in the video description or the stream description. And if you're on Twitch, we got the chat link right there that has the link tree. The link tree has all of my links, including Discord. That will do it. That will do it. And actually, just so I'm clear, I'm going to click back into this real quick because I want to double check. Do the double checky. That said, build a pretty park, I think is how it described it. Build a cool little park. I could maybe start on this one sooner than I was thinking. The scavenger hunt, probably not so much. Build a pretty park with one of the monument buildings as the center. Monument. So what I could potentially do... I'm guessing monuments are something we have to research probably, isn't it? Worker management. Good. Free workers. Good management. Research tree. Repair tool. Priority tool. Blah, 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 blah. So this is village and storage, food, and raw resources, Onbu food, Onbu interaction. We of course have the hornblower. Poison, I don't want that. Exploration and decoration. There's a decoration tab. We probably have to research decorative situations. Open the villager happiness for details. Oh, that would be this one. Villager happiness details. So housing quality, we're doing good. Food quality is kind of kind of cringe. I'm guessing red. I mean, red sounds bad. So I guess their needs are not being met. But some of them are happy, or I guess overall happiness is doing all right. Links with red flags. So we have those 2, because I have nobody assigned. Get 1 stonemason fella, and 1 carpenter. Maybe 2, maybe 2. We need... Oh, it still wants me to build 5 tents? Bro, come on. I built the flop house. Isn't that enough? Whatever, man. Whatever. Well, I mean, I'll still do it. I'll still heckin' do it. If not just to make the tutorial happy. The good news is that it only costs wood. And wood is fairly plentiful. I'll go and slap a few of them. Slap a handful. We'll put them right around here. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5. Those guys going. Vegetation such as mushrooms can be harvested. So I will go ahead and do exactly that. Bam. Bam. And bam. It's free food. I guess I'll grab all of them. Can you control click? Can you... Look see if if there's like a multi-select option. Doesn't seem like there is. That's okay. Okay, like a right click or middle click. We're gonna see if there's any way to like, or maybe double click. Nothing. No. Cool if there was some kind of multi-click option, but not too many. Not too many needs for such a thing. Hasn't really been an issue yet. What else? Housing, warning flags. So that's really it for now. As for research options, I might go ahead and re-enable this guy. We do have free workers right now, so I'm gonna go in. Yeah, so that's gonna slurp some of the free workers out, but that's fine. So decor, we get decor options. Rock trumpet. Ah, yes, one of my favorite instruments. One of my favorite brass instruments from high school. Town square. Village doctor, herbalist. What about village idiot? I'm a big fan of that one. Dung collector, big fan of that one too, honestly. Sacrifice villager, yes, if it feeds Onbu. Enlightenment, kitchen, bile extractor, scavenger hut. Any sort of decor, decontaminator? What about decontamination? Black pudding, delicious. Pharmacy, excuse me. And then you can pet him, that's kind of cute. Make him trust you better. Smoking hut, smoking a pancake. Food stand. Yeah, thought it said curling, curing. Boarding house. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you don't research decor. Maybe that just kind of happens over time. Cottage, community plaza. Injector, but I hardly even know her. Purifier. Stabilizing spike. Ouch. Sounds painful. Yeah, reduces trust. No kidding. This is the durability of buildings around you. Good to know there's durability issues to consider. So yeah. Oh, there's monuments here. Continued survival against the odds. Wow. So maybe this. So maybe. Yeah, artistry. Wow, you have to go real far to get to the monuments. Holy moly. There's 3 decor text, not the monuments. Yeah, I must have missed some of the other ones. Double check. What exactly did the dare say? Did they say monument or did they say just something cool? Because I thought they said monument, but let me double check. The dare says, yeah, with one of the monuments, capital M. So that actually is a little bit spicier than I thought it would be. I was like, oh, I'll just mainline decor, no problem. Yeah, now the good news is we're about 1/5 the way there, I guess, with overall progress. But these next few will be expensive, of course. We need more slabs and such. So, all right, so I'll go ahead and deselect this guy, the scavenger hut. We definitely need the good stuff to make that happen. So I'll deselect the guy here. I will re-enable this one. I'll deselect that one for now, disable it. How we doing on clay, by the way? This one's still slowly clicking away. He's got a little bit left. This one has just 1 left. And that's the Lone Ranger right there. They're both going to run out in a little bit here. This one has 2. But again, we'll be able to just build another clay fellas. That's not an issue, really. These, of course, cost wood, and now we're getting low on wood. The good news, though, is that it's all built. That's just nice. We have an overabundance of tentage. Our tents have never looked better. I might need to up the ante for both of these, though. Might as well. It's the one airwell worker. Research building is disabled. Mysterious structure can start in a little bit here. Warning flags. Yeah, well, the mysterious structure is the last one, obviously. People in here. We need a hornblower and then give him a command. That one will probably take a bit because we've spent a lot of resources. I'll just see what it takes. What it takes to get to the blowy horns, the horny blows. That would be this guy. It takes 30 wood. It's actually not too far, but again, I realize we're spending a lot of wood on the refining of things. How are our stores looking, by the way? Nothing there yet. Nothing there yet. I imagine this one's probably more full. A lot of resources we've yet to see. Ancient notes, which we know about mushrooms. And heal shroom. Wait, heal or heat? Heal shrooms. Healing properties, not heating properties. Notes and salt and cleansing weave and iron ore. There's like stuff to dig into. That's exciting. There we go. Yeah, we're producing some carpentry. That's exciting. All right. What I might go ahead and do is go into fast mode. Maybe just double speed it. I think we're doing all right overall. Our food stores are going down a little bit. We're getting more people and we're eating more than we're gathering. So what I might go ahead and do is get another plot going. We have beets. Plant and harvest. Only plant, only harvest. I would say both. Eventually we'll have other plants, I'm guessing. So I don't know if I want to like go crazy on only beets, but I will go ahead and say make it so. That leaves another basically 2/3 for other kinds of plants. And I'm guessing that's something you research. In fact, I know it is because I saw it earlier. Show research tree. Just over her. So corn, cactus. It takes a decent bit of clay, but we have quite a bit of it, honestly. Motto. And that is, what's that one? What's that resource? Oh, water. Oh, we don't have a lot of water then. Good thing I re-enabled this thingy. Here, well. That's all well and good. The hornblower, we can go and build it. I guess it has to be near the fellow so he can hear us. So I'll build the horny man. Bam. Then assign a worker and give him any command. Can I tell him to have a good time? Can I tell him to have a good day? I don't know if any of you had this as a kid or remember this from the good old days, but I remember sometimes in like grade school and junior high, not so much in high school, and probably not really junior high either, but I would say grade school, elementary school. You'd be like at that point where it's like Friday, you're nearing the end of the school day. Everyone's antsy to start the weekend. Everyone's antsy to get home and hang out and do kid shit. And the teacher would be like, they'd be like, all right, class, I have one more thing for you guys. And it's like, ah, fuck, come on. Oh, you wouldn't say fuck, but like, oh, come on, teacher. Come on, teacher lady, teacher man. Give us a break. It's like the day's almost done. They're like, I have one more thing for you guys. One more assignment for you. You know what the assignment is? The assignment is to have a nice weekend. And then the bell would ring and then everyone goes, yay! And then we go our separate ways. So that's the command I want to give to the fella. My command is to have a nice time. And I want him to be happy. That's all I ask. I don't know if it's going to work quite that way, but we'll see. We're slowly slabbing and planking. Slowly. Actually, no, we're not slowly. We're kind of cooking right now. Kind of cooking. I'm going to say it's not a huge... This is not exactly a huge priority anymore. So it's a good thing to do, but it's going to happen organically. I'm feeling pretty good about it. And that'll be the final warning flag. Red flags or otherwise. We're on day 11. Can you believe it? Can you goddamn believe it? Alright, these things are... Wait, oh, 15 means it's full. Yeah, not harvested yet. That one is nearly donezo. That one is nearly donezo. Oh, but there's another one after that. Okay, never mind. I thought there was only one of them. And here there's two of them. Boop. Two more homies. All right, show interactions. I'll say, walk. Gondor calls for aid. Actually, no, that's lighting the beacons. Blowing the horn is like the conch shell, I suppose. And then we need an onbuologist. That's just fun to say. So build an onbu. You have to build the onbuologist. You have to build the human, the villager. And we'll build the building for it. Do I have what it takes for the onbuologist? I do not, but we're not that far off. So once we're done with this guy, I think we'll go ahead and pop that up. But yeah, unfortunately, we are limited on how much we're able to refine. We're doing pretty okay. We have more wood than we have, or we're gaining wood faster than we can refine it, which is not a bad problem to have. Quite the opposite. That being said, we'll eventually need to build a separate woodcutting camp. And in fact, I might go ahead and build one now, kind of while things are fairly chill. We have the workers for it. So I'll say let's build one. I'm a dumbass. We have two of them, but same thing here. Yeah, they're kind of getting to that point. I'll go ahead and build a third one, Rot Hurt. And then as things open up, as we get to that point where there's no more trees in the range, I'll deconstruct the old ones and we'll be off to the races. Yeah, this one still has let's say somewhere. Durability lowest. 24 in range is pretty good. So that one will be relevant for quite some time. This one has 10 in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that one's getting there. One is getting there. So we need... I'll do one worker there for now. Might up the ante a little bit. And then the other one is stone. Stone? Oh gosh. Well, I mean, this one's a pretty big one, obviously. There's a lot of boulders there. It says only 1 in range. Oh, you need a quarry for the big boys. Oh, okay. You need a quarry for the big fellers. Well, damn. All right. Well, in that case, I'll have to put something else for it. But we're lacking the tools. We're lacking the tools. I feel like a fool. I should have realized that it wasn't like highlighting little thingies. It wasn't highlighting the stuff like I was hoping it would. That should have been the giveaway. So in that case, I'll put this one 14 versus 13. I appreciate that it tells me, counts them out for me, which is nice. Now I realize we don't have the something. Yeah, we don't have the tools for it, and tools kind of happen. Yeah, scavenging or bought from a trader. So we haven't seen a trader yet. Maybe we'll see one at some point. But we'll see. Onbu's getting hungry, by the way, and he's getting a little bit eepy. I wonder if he like feeds himself or if we have to feed him. Hopefully I don't have to sacrifice anybody. Or maybe you get stuff back when you deconstruct. That wouldn't really make sense though. Oh, you do 100% refund the at least the wood that it took. No, that's the inventory. Never mind. Yes, in that case we might get some tools back when the time comes. And that one's gonna be here pretty soon because they're really cooking with this one. Doing get better on planks, which is nice. Mystery structure is fully funded with its resources. Now we just got to repair it and see whatever it fucking gives us, which is exciting. In the meantime, I can go ahead and I think begin. Oh wait, well, I can't begin it yet, but soon be able to build this guy. Actually, I have everything I need. I just need the mushrooms. Need the shroomies. So I will say that one is ready to roll. Or they decompose. Decompile, is that even a word? I'm sure it's a word. I know about compilation, sometimes recompilation. But not decompilation. Decompilate these nuts. Oh! It's an antenna tower. That's cool. Receives strange transmissions. A strange transmission. That's when your trans homie goes on an adventure. An unpredictable adventure. They're on a strange transmission. Can improve it with iron ore. No idea what it does, but it's fucking there, man. That's exciting. Hopefully it's good and won't bring ruin and horrible things to the village. No guarantees. She's a beaut. I think she's a beaut. I don't fucking know. It's like your father's stories. It's called an antenna tower. It can capture vibrations, the good vibrations. Well, she's giving me the excitations. We don't know if it works yet. I mean, the pulsations are exciting, or are enticing at least. Oh, I get to, she says we like to do the honors. I get to do the honors. Me, Alex? Boop. Batu, Barata, Nikto. Did it work? I didn't think I could get so excited in my old age. Oh my. I am palpitating right now. I am experiencing the vape. I am experiencing the vapors. We must remain diligent. We clearly have good cop, bad cop. We have like nice, warm parent and like cold-hearted bastard parent. Nice mother and like and tough love father. Feign a little bit of excitement, please. If anybody gets done with their shit, you gotta move them. You gotta move that shit. And I suspect this guy'll be the first one. Oh, he looks like he's there. Oh, you can just move. You don't even need to deconstruct. You can just shmove them. Well, that's nice. In that case, I'm gonna say fuck this one, but don't actually fuck it. And just shmove them. But the thing's in the way. Can someone move this damn thing? And nothing to gather. Once that gets shmooved, I'll go and shmoove this one. Boop. Oh, no, he's got to get the full pile. And there we go. Much better. That is useful. That is very useful. So now, do I have what is necessary? Harry. Maybe. The onbologist. I need 5 more goddamn shrooms. That one is ready for harvesting. That one's ready. That one's ready. We're getting there. Wait for a transmission. Once your trans homies start going on cool adventures, cool questings. So I really didn't have to go out of my way to build the third fella, but I fucking did it. Are these mushrooms? They are mushrooms. Now granted, maybe I should be waiting a little bit longer, but it's fine. So I've got a strange transmission going to your DMs right now, Alex. That is exciting. I might see if there's like an opportunity. Like a nice little breaking point we can jump in. And a meowment here. Surely that's enough mushrooms, though, right? Surely. Surely. Yes, it is, but now we're low on goddamn stone. Because, actually, I don't know why. I probably built it or spent it doing something. Oh, we're spending... It's the raw stone. That's why. We're using it on the slabbies. What? Didn't it just say I have 53? I have 53 stone. I have 53 stone at my disposal right now, and you're here to tell me with your full chest, with your full penis, that I have 35 stone? They're just flipping numbers. They're just flipping numbers. That's not even real. The numbers aren't even real. The numbers are made up. Everything's made up and the points don't matter. So I'm gonna undisable this, which is to say re-enable. 47. It's probably the kind of thing where we have them in our possession, but they're not in our stores. So now they're in our stores. Now we are Gucci inside of and near the Coochie. So there we go. Research is back on the menu, boys. Give Onbu a command. Oh shit, we got a crossroad approaching. Crossroad. I would say, ooh, there's something. Abandoned encampment. There's also a mine. Oh, you send out parties for the mines. That's cool. Scavenger hunt for the mines. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go north. Oh, did we receive a transmission? Are we good? It's working. We received our first transmission. What does it say? Drink more Ovaltine? Oh my. It's scientist lady. Kind of a bad signal. There's a blueprint to upgrade the antenna. It was something. Oh, they gave us a blueprint. Cool. This thing we just dug up a few days ago. How could anyone even have access to such technology? Everything's worked out so far. I wonder if this is fully scripted or if there's a chance that things could indeed go poorly. For things to go south and poopy and not good. Keep an eye out for landmarks and send scavengers there, right? Hence the need for a scavenger station. And if they know about the Onbu, they might have more info for us, or they could lead us into a trap. Hopefully it's not a trap. Resume. Just chilling. Upgrade the antenna tower. I mean, it's not a simple matter. We already know how to upgrade it. But it takes resources we've yet to find. 15 iron ore. It will be a future research situation, I do believe. Probably like some kind of iron mine. Huts, fishery for feces, herbalist, evaporator. She evapping on my rate until I bile extractor, scavenger hut. Pet the fella quarry. That's for getting straight up slabs, I think. Oh no, it's just raw, but it's more efficient. Okay, smoking hut, fuel rig, food stand, brick furnaces for making bricks, bakery, cottage, trade post. Trade post would be nice. Sculptor. That's advanced decor. That's exciting. Iron furnace forges iron out of iron ore. But how do you receive said iron ore? Scavenger hat. On square. Iron ore. I probably just glazed right over it. Blood extractor. Food and medicine. Quarry is for more. A faster stone extractor. Sawmill is for more. Is it for mining giant trunks on his back? Interesting. Is that one that makes Onbu sad? Hopefully not. Boarding house, windmill. Great post. Man, I'm a dumbass. I have not seen how you extract iron. Unless you extract iron just from a mine. Plain ass mine. Which I guess suppose is possible. Maybe we already have the means to do so, but you... Oh, you know what? Maybe it's through these things. Well, no, it just says... Oh, stone there. Rock. Mining camp. Maybe it's been on the surface this whole time. I just never noticed. Or maybe it's not available in the tutorial. That's possible, too. Except, no, they want me to upgrade the thing. That's not it. There's some way to do it. So I'm going to get iron ore, and it presumably involves some extractification. I'll keep looking in a second. This one's almost done. And by almost, I mean 59%. Food, we're still not really keeping up with demand right now. Can I... Let me pause for a second. Berry gathering is doing okay. Are there other berries? And also, can you gather not just berries, but mushrooms? Right now, we're kind of doing the manual gathering of sorts. Some berries over here. Oh, there's a whole bunch up there. Let's build another one of those guys up yonder. Build. Berry gathering. That'd be cool if I can get all of them. I can get most. Oh, these little bushes are not berries. They are herbs, which is still good. That's the most to hope for, I think, right there. I'm a little bit worried about how we're eating through our food reserves quicker than we can produce them, even with more farmages. I mean, I guess the answer is just even more beets. Yes, that is the answer. It's not very exciting, but it is something. And of course, if need be, I could always reassign those plots or just build a new farm somewhere. There's always that as an option. And that one is donezo. I'm going to disable this one for the time being and build up an onbologist. Unbuologist. We need the stone for it, but we're getting pretty close. The mining operation still doing okay. Stone will be here momentarily. We need planter boys, berry gathering boys, so you may have them. Get a third farmer. I should have done that earlier, honestly. I kind of forgot about that. Research tree, what would be next? Maybe I'll wait and see, because I feel like if I jump the gun, it could be my undoing. We are refining stone way too quickly. I might ask we kind of pump the brakes slightly on the stone masonry, like we're pumping too good. We're too good at pumping. Pumping too quickly. Pumping and schlumping. Woodcutting camp is donezo. I'm gonna deconstruct this one. It'll give us 3 fund anyway. We could move it. I don't think we need more than 2. We have more wood than we know what to do with, so we have wood compiling upon our wood right now. There we go. He's working. Working and he's twerking. We have some idle boys. Spending time with the genitals. Devil's playthings. We have... We're getting there with stones. We're getting there. Wire iron ore. Maybe it'll just straight up tell me. Wire iron ore. All resources. Scavenging. You can only scavenge for iron ore. Good to know. Good to know. So, scavenging is the next big one. Makes perfect sense. Send our workers to scavenge. Yes, that's a rare resource. And we do have the means to do it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and re-enable this fella. Scavenger hunt. You already know what it is, baby. Yes, please. We got the stuff for it. And it takes both carpentry and stonemasonry to get to that one. Makes perfect sense. In fact, it wouldn't shock me if that was maybe the next thing the tutorial was going to nudge me towards. I love a good nudging. What can I say? Food is getting scarce. Although now, yeah, now we're like starting to up the ante a little bit more, which is exciting. Seems like the mushroom stores are not getting quite as exciting. We did harvest a whole bunch. There's something over here. There's some mushroomy boys over there. Slowly getting there. So instead of growing, they're decompositioning. I'll go ahead and grab these. What I wonder is if there's a thing I can build, or a person I can assign that will automatically seek out the shrooms, the shroomages. Get them automatically for us. Food compost. Oh, that makes more sense. I was like, compensation? No, compost station. Landscaping. Oh, mycologist. That's a mushroom guy. Plants and harvests them. Yeah. That would not be a shabby idea. I don't have the raw stone for right now, obviously, but yeah, that would not be a shabby. That's a small decor, by the way. But yeah, that would be a good idea, I think. Seems like it's mostly for Onbu food specifically, as opposed to people food. I mean, it's still good, obviously. It's still helpful, but it doesn't help the people immediately. Berry bushes. You can uproot them. And when there's not enough around, you can uproot them by selecting And can plant them closer to themselves. Huh. The idea is you like uproot one and plant it over her. Plant them closer to themselves. Okay. Once it's uprooted, I'm curious to see how you then replant it. It's not already... Oh, hold on. Not already in your radius. Right. We know about that. So they harvest and uproot. They're collecting right now. It's a lot of berries. A lot of berries to snag. Snagging our berries right now. Snagging our berries for God and everyone to see. Complete. Yeah, I kind of want to see how this is going to work. Although I will take a quick look at this one. The scavenging thingy is good in the hood. And that was... Yeah, scavenger hut. I will once again temporarily disable this while I consider other measures. And so he uprooted. I guess he's just going to automatically replant it, maybe. Just going to store it. Oh, no, there he goes. Okay, so they will... Yeah, he looks like he does plant automatically. That's actually kind of cool. It's a nice function. Nice feature. So I suppose, yeah, if you really want to... Same thing there. And there. And there. Why the hell not? That's really nice because, yeah, in games like RimWorld... Take a drink. I just mentioned RimWorld. In RimWorld, I know you can extract, like, berry bushes and shit, but I don't think there's an option to replant them. At least not by default. There's probably, like, a mod for that or something, but... That's a pretty cool feature, the idea of saying, yes, let me replant this. And, these might end up... Actually, yeah, maybe it's more worthwhile to, like, grab some of these, honestly. I was gonna say, I might just go ahead and build another berry bush. Berry gatherer somewhere out here, but it's like, honestly, there's really no downside to just go ahead and knock all these out. As many as possible, I guess. So long as, like, there's room to maneuver. And, of course, we have 2 berry gathering spots. There's one here and one here. As long as there's like, room to breathe, you're probably okay. Maybe I won't go crazy with it, but that's a nice feature. Very nice feature. Do I have the stone? I probably do. I probably do, which means I'm going to continue with the big masonry. Big masonry energy. Bam. And then the fella is getting goods. I'll put it wherever they will allow it, which I guess needs to be near the fella. Kind of a shame that the area near the fella just happens to be great and fertile farmland. A slight inconvenience. And we're clearly a very happy encampment because we're gathering people at a bit of a shocking pace, honestly. And then at some point I should look into building a scavenging camp. Scavenging camp. Mason, carpenter. Scavenger hut. Yep. We can do it. And I guess I'll build it near the tippity top. There we go. Make it so. And then we'll have, I guess, 2 fellas. This will have 2 fellas as well. Needs to be fully staffed anyway. Might as well. Then we need a pantry. That would be storage. No. Storage. No. Storage. Shit. Cooking? Am I a dumbass? Oh, yeah, I am a dumbass. Okay, cool. Don't answer that question. I already know the answer. Let's put it, I guess, in the middle. Just because we have a lot of food things happening kind of across the area here. So I'll put it right... Oh, wait, no, hold on. Oh, put it next to a farm. That makes more sense. Put it right there. Construct the panties. Sorry, pantries. We're doing all right. Happiness has gone down slightly, but our needs are slowly being met. Emphasis on the word slowly. We did go by this guy, and I think we got some tools, which is exciting. There's a party we could send. Fellas, we get fun stuff. A fun egg thingy. Some iron ore. I can do it, baby. I was assuming I'd have to, like, do a little bit more micromanagement for that. I'm also assuming it'll be a fairly quick scavenging mission, just because very close to us. Also, our guy's sleeping anyway. Probably a little bit trickier when the creature's moving. Then there's building upgrades to research, and then of course upgrade an air well for better water. More water. Better water acquisition. The berry boys are getting bored. Not enough resources for gathering berries. I might go ahead and decommission one of these berry gathering. Well, I say that. Say that forgetting about these guys. I would say one there makes sense. I'm going to say one there as well. We don't need 2 berries. Berry gatherings. Berry gathering specialists. Building upgrades. Yeah, how far off are we from building upgrades? Oh, not far at all. We need more plankies. We need more plankies for the building upgrades. Takes a full day to research. We have a lot of wood, to the point where I think I'm going to say go down to 1 woodcutter. Already have 1 woodcutter there as well. There's 6 in this range. There's 40 in this range. Yeah, once this one gets to that point, I'm just going to decommission it. I'm not going to bother moving it. We have 6 tools available to us, so we're doing just fine. Scavenging has been scavenged. It's donezo. Scavenging party's ready. Okay, so we could send more out if we felt so inclined. Salt. Delicious. Rock trumpets. Definitely want more iron ore. Mushrooms. Insufficient resources. Some of these are quite a ways away. Some of these are a ways away. But others... Oh, it's within the circle. This one's a little scary because I don't know if I want my guy... Do it. I want him to, like, exit the perimeter. So as long as he doesn't wake up and, like, start schmoving, we're okay. Oh, that's cool. They like, fly on little hang gliders. That's dope. I was thinking they were, like, climbing down and schmoving. That's way cooler and very much is in line with the Nazca Valley of the Wind kind of vibes we saw in the intro. I like that a lot. That makes me big happy. Big hap. There were other mushrooms further out. I'll go ahead and grab that one. Berry fella and that berry boy. Others I can snag. That one's snaggable. Snaggable plump and what was it? The thing that people always say. Not domesticated. Submissive and harvestable. Not weird. It's not weird at all, I promise. About halfway there on that. That'll give us some iron, which is good. Oh, and with the iron... that one needs the goods, but we're... Wait, hold on. What does it need? We probably need water, don't we? Have water, yeah. So we're probably... So water is going to start to be an issue for us. I have iron and 2 eggs. We have... Where do we have? It's actually not here. Is it a raw... Well, yeah. We need 15. So I'll go and queue it up. We'll need 15 to make that shit happen. We could just build another air well. That, I think, makes the most sense. Oh, shit. There was, like, the puddles of water. I kind of screwed the pooch on that. I forgot about that. There was, like, the puddles I never took advantage of when the opportunity was there. So, yeah, we'll just build another... Another air harvesting, air well fella. I don't know if it matters too much where we put it, so I'll slap it down. Maybe I shouldn't be blocking that off. I'll put it right... right here. once it's built, we'll go ahead and give another fella. More water, I think, would help because we're slowly producing more food than we're spending, but it's still happening. We got those two. We could go for this one next. Fuck it, might as well. Like it's just a free resource thing to just kind of have available to us sometimes. And of course, once you start going that way, then we will. It'll still be within the circle, so no immediate worries for how things are going to go. Right now, there's really not enough of the map to see what's up ahead. There's mushrooms in both cases. I guess if we went this way, we might be in range of this mine here, which would give us a lot of iron, which is cool. But I want to wait till we're a little bit closer before I make that call. Otherwise, let's zoom back in. He's been sleeping for a while. I wonder if I should wake him up. He is getting pretty hungry. And he's feeling well rested. Oh, I think he's schmoovin'. There we go. He must have heard me. Heard me talking shit. We'll give him some food to his next meal. How are we doing with clay? For a while there, clay was... Oh my god, we have so much clay. Holy cannoli. We can taper down the clay gathering for sure. And taper down the clay gathering. We are popping right the fuck off in the clay gathering. Like, I didn't even realize, but my god, it's like a lot. And that's a good thing to have. It's a good problem to have, as I love to say, but still, that's a bit much. So that will help us kind of refine faster and balance those numbers out, because yeah, we definitely need more of the refined versions. Dignified versions, if you will. Building upgrades. How are we doing? I think, was it iron that we need? Research the building upgrades. I'm full of shit. We can build it. We can research it right now. Yeah, we have the juice. Oh, let's go ahead and unlock it. Make it so, number 1. Scavenging party is almost back. I wonder what happens if the Onbu moves while the scavenging is happening and they move outside of the range. If you just lose the scavengers. Entirely possible. It's entirely possible you just lose them. It'd be unfortunate. But he moves fairly slowly, so I'm not worried in this case. But yeah, if it's an edge case, like if we would have explored that one and he started moving, then we would have been in trouble. I would say for the time being, we'll probably go... What does it matter? I guess maybe northeast, just because southeast for now is pretty barren. Maybe something up here will be visible, but like there's the... Oh, like, yeah, there's something cool up north. There's a mine there. Yeah, that I'm gonna say that's enough. Let's, yeah, let's go north. And you could change it if you wanted to, which is nice. Hey, we got Ray in the house. What's up, Ray? Thank you for that raid. Thank you for that raid. I know, hilarious. I'm sure I'm the first one to make that pun. Ray, I'm sure you've never heard that pun before. First time ever. First time for everything. Thank you for that raid. We're playing The Wandering Village, a game you know about as well, because you were playing it yourself. I don't gotta mansplain nothing to you. You know about this game. In fact, this is my first time playing it, so it wouldn't shock me if you knew more about this game than I do. You might be wondering, Alex, what the fuck are you wearing? So, I got a review key for this game from the developer, but we also signed up for the Dare Drop campaign for this game. We signed up for the Dare Drop campaign for this game. Dare Drop is one of my favorite key distribution sites. If you've streamed for a while, you've probably heard of Lorkit or Keymailer or Terminals.io, some of these kinds of sites. Dare Drop is one of my favorite ones. With Dare Drop, if you get a review key for a game, you will also have the option to sign up for extra challenges called Dares. Hence the name, Dare Drop, right? You get dares to sign up for where you can strive for optional challenges, kind of meta achievements. And if you accomplish said challenges, you sometimes get extra rewards. And there's one I'm working on right now, which says, play the game while cosplaying as a worker or character. So I just did like a Google search, how do the fellas in this game dress? How do they look and dress? How do I blend in and look like one of the cool homies? And if I go back in the game, you can see here, it's like kinda how I'm dressed, kinda sorta. Like here's Niara modeling for us. So like they got the little satchel thing like I've got here. They've got a cloak, kind of, sort of. I don't really have like a good headband thing. I was gonna use one of my wife's hair bands and just turn it sideways and just have it go around in my head. But I didn't want to like just dig through her shit. Like, I feel like that's kind of rude because she's sleeping right now. I want to just be rifling through her shit while she's not awake for it. So so instead I got a luggage strap. We just got back from going to Japan. I was in Japan for 3 weeks with my wife and a couple of our friends. We just got back on Tuesday night. So we're like getting back into the regular schedule. So I was going through our luggage and I saw this luggage strap. I was like, perfect, that'll work. So no one has to know. Except I'm telling you, so I guess it ruins the immersion. But anyway, that's what we're up to right now. Having a good time. If you're curious to hear about it, the Japan trip was amazing, and I would love to go back at some point. It was really it was the longest and most adventurous vacation I've ever been on. We saw Mount Fuji. We stayed in an onsen. We went to Tokyo. We went to Kyoto, and it went to all kinds of places. It was amazing. It was amazing, and I would go back in a heartbeat. Okay, maybe not a heartbeat, because it was a long trip, and it was like my batteries need to recharge. My travel batteries need to recharge, but it was a fantastic time. Yeah, we stayed in Osaka for a couple days. We went everywhere. It was a good time. So yeah, Ray, you know all about Dare Drop. Ray and Ballcap, by the way. Thank you, Ballcap Gamer, for that raid as well. Ballcap Gamer and Ray, if either of you have any clips you would like to share. Whenever somebody raids me, I always love to ask if there's any clips of yours you would like to share. If there was anything of yours that you're proud of, any fun moments you want to share with us, any fun clips. If there was anything of yours you want to share with us. It doesn't have to be a recent clip, doesn't have to be from tonight. Could have been from a previous stream, could have been from weeks ago, months ago. I'm not picky. But yeah, if there was anything of yours you would like to share with us, I'd love to see it. Love to see what our homies have been up to. And it's one of my favorite ways to express thank you for the raid, because you brought your people to me. The least I can do is try to bring my people to you, have them check out what your content is like. That way that we get that cross-pollination. You know, you're checking out my stuff, I get to check out your stuff. Everyone wins. You know, I want to make it so that everyone's benefiting. I want to just be selfishly me benefiting. I want everyone to get something out of this experience. We're playing Wandering Village. It's my first time playing it. Of course, Ray was playing this game, so they know all about this game. Ballcap Gamer, it's good to see you, bud. This is, of course, a village management, colony management kind of game. And as you might have already seen, yes, here's the village, and there is wandering around the village and resource gathering and research trees, all the usual trimmings. But if I zoom out, you can see our village is on a thing that itself is wandering. And there's a map where you can kind of dictate the path it takes. There's stuff to scavenge once you're close enough to do so, that is, which is pretty cool. So it's pretty neat. It's a cool little game, and I'm liking it a lot so far. Also, I can make scavenging rations, apparently. That's something to look into. Can I upgrade the airwell yet? Maybe. Maybe. Upgrade the... Let's see, which one do I upgrade? Advanced funnel. You got it. Tools and planks, I have both. Can make it so. You're good there. It says it's time for sleepy times. Totally understandable, Ballcat, but thank you again for that raid. Thanks for popping in. And if any of your viewers have any clips you want to share, you may be my guest and share those clips enthusiastically if you want. So we need to feed him with mushrooms. We're about to give Onbu a nice hearty meal by going over some mushrooms for him, but feeding him manually would be nice. You've learned the basics and you're ready to lead us now, he says. I'll chime in whenever I feel there's like a tutorial situation, and it's worth it because there's unknown dangers lurking, but I have full faith in your capabilities. Thank you, Elder Theodore. Consult the notebook whenever you want. Thanks, fam. So decor and food refinement. A kitchen. So yes, there was a whole thing about travel rations, scavenging rations. It seemed like we had some more or less, or like just kind of happened automatically. I wonder if that's a thing I can click up here. Anything right now, so that might be something I have to research then. Yes, we talk about kitchens. Let's take a look at what the kitchens would entail. Excuse me. So it's probably somewhere near here. Warehouse, plaza. Food liquefier. Ah, my favorite. Fishery. Stone row. Compost. Food compost. Ondu kitchen. Is that what I want, or is it regular kitchen that I need? Refine food such as berries into meals. A regular old boring ass kitchen. Is an advanced funnel better? I guess it funnels the water better. Water more quicker. More quicklier. As if the whole idea with those air thingamajiggies, the air wells that they extract water from the air. Where is the kitchen? Oh, here it is. We can research it. Yep, make it so. We'll re-enable this guy. Kitchen's a nice and easy get. Mycologist, that one's a little bit more special of an investment because that is a niche kind of deal. Mycologist, we actually saw it earlier. Here it is. Not too bad. We need a little bit, quite a bit more raw stone, so I'd have to slow down stone refining. Oh, really? Yeah, I'd have to slow down stone refining. Exactly what I will do. Oh, the mining camp needs to be moved. For one thing, we're not getting any more stone. Let's change that. Post haste. Put that right. Pose. Okay, sometimes it tells you how many you're gathering in some like UI aspects. In other cases, you're kind of on your own. Like, that's a pretty good one. Let's put it there. Put it there, champ. And this one is done as well. I think I'm going to... do I want to deconstruct it, or do I want to just move it? I think I'll just move it. I'll just move it down. And that one, of course, needs a bit more iron. Gee, wandering on my vil until I age. Okay, I like that one a lot, actually. Our boy was getting hungry, but he walked over some food. Can I have him turn around and go back for the other food? I'm gonna send a party for that mine. Ooh, I should have looked at that one first. That's okay, that's okay. Because that one's a little bit spicier of a mine. That one would be quick. That's a nice quick one. A sicky quickie, as we call it. So kitchen is being researched right now. That'll be a nice quick one. Mycologist one, that's where we're building up the stone. The iron for the tower, we're getting there. Elgas says, wait. Don't worry, Alex, don't worry, I got you. This man appreciates his own cooking. You know what? I respect it. Sometimes you gotta be your own hype man from time to time. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Pack of wood. Got the kitchen. Let's build it. That is assuming I can. I think I can afford it. Where do I build said kitchen? It probably doesn't matter too much. Probably near like the pantry and the stores. Food stores. Put her right there. Looking good, Hollywood. And then at least one worker. We'll do like 3 workers. 3 twerkers, if you will. Our food stores are doing okay, but they're going to do better, I think, with the kitchen in tow. That'll be nice. For posterity. That's right. Future historians will appreciate these things. Sharp. I use that word sometimes. I use that word to describe like a poignant flavor profile that like kind of penetrates past everything else. I call it like a sharp flavor. So yeah, I recognize that one too. Augustus, I'm basically like an Oscar Wilde, Mark Twain guy. I mean, Mark Twain probably liked marked trains. But once the scavenger is done, I'm gonna be hitting that mine. I'm gonna be hitting it real good. We get that salt, we get them irons. Get Jeremy in here, get them irons. And send the party! I want that 10 iron. That'll be more than enough for the big goods. Oops. That is the exciting. Thank you again for that raid, Ray. I appreciate you. And thank you for sharing the clip. That was delightful. It was funsies. It taught me something. It taught me about life. It taught me about flavor profiles and creative wordages. creative wordsmithery. It's good. It's good, and I appreciate you popping in, hanging out with us. Yeah, we went for spiky. I like it. Crab is not a round flavor. It's like a... how would I describe crab? I mean, crabs are sometimes shaped round. Sometimes. I mean, they also have like little spiky, like little claw crabby boys. Grabby and crabby. It's like a smooth texture. It's a smooth texture, so I would say it's not round. It's not... I wouldn't call it square. I wouldn't call it point... Well, what I call it pointy, though. Smooth flavor. Yeah, the texture is smooth, but the flavor is pretty out there, yeah. What is a good round food? Pancakes, bagels. I know. I'm trying to think of a good, like, a flavor profile that I would call round. Not the shape, but like the overall eat experience. And you go, wow, that was a round food. But I don't mean like bagels or pancakes. Mozzarella? Yeah, you know what? I agree. Yet another case of like, it kind of doesn't really make sense, but it absolutely fucking makes sense. That mozzarella is a very round flavor profile kind of cheese. So that absolutely does it. That absolutely does it for me. Get the Mycolologist. Mycolologist is being researched, I believe. That makes me happy. Landscaping, food management, but I can't see all the stuff. Open the food management display. Deactivate berries so they cannot be consummated. That is a good idea. Where is the food management display? Wait, summary? I feel like I saw it at one point. Food management. So, berries. By disable, re-enable, disable. I want berries to not be eaten, but I want them to be used to make stuff. Make meals. Meals from berries. What do you think berry is short for? Barreled. Barathin. I'm assuming when it's gray. Yeah, oh yeah, it can be eaten. Because I want it to still be refined and be cooked. And still be eaten. Good. We're good there. Mycologist, we're getting there, which is good because he's getting kind of hungry again. Kevin, can send party for some more tools. Can send party for that guy or that guy. We're doing okay on tools. Let's see, more irons probably. Probably more our speed. Don't want to risk it for the biscuit too bad. Oh, the antenna thing, right? Let's see. I want to see. Kind of like, yeah, fatty and subtle. Yes. Yeah, vanilla ice cream is round. Yes. Very, very accurate. Bartholomew. Yeah. Bartholomew would make sense. But barreled makes me happy. Now we have to wait for someone to contact us to see what happens. He says it's hideous now, but it's beautiful in its own way. Look how beautiful it is. It has like a little library now. It just looks more fancy. Fancy schmancy. So scavenging party is popping off right now. Wait for the transmission. It's gonna happen pretty quickly. And then landscaping can be researched. The Mycolologist has been researched. When I build the Mycolologist, I need more stone. In the meantime... Oh, what was it? It was landscaping. There it is. But we need... what's that? Herbs. We've seen herbs, but I've not attempted to gather herbs. Oh, I wonder if the Mycologist gathers herbs. There's some up here, right? There's berries up here. Not enough resources available. Are you sure? Because these look pretty harvestable. They're in your range. Okay, no, he's going. Okay. There were herbs up here at one point. That's a little sapling fella. That's an herb. So... Yeah, ready to be harvested. Got this knowledge about Anbu. Yeah, so I guess you have to... Oh, it's probably like an herbologist fight, I guess. To manually extractify these. That is assuming they can be extractified by regular villagers. Looks like they are. Or can be, rather. But at some point, yeah, at some point we'll need to get an herbologist to do this right. And in automated fashion, so I don't have to micromanage. I'm usually not the biggest fan of, like, intense micromanaging in games like this where you have to, like, babysit every little thing. That was one thing that really got me real bad with, Gord. Gord, the game we played, I think, 2 years ago. That was one of my first Daredrop titles. And I'm glad we beat that game. I'm glad we beat it. Just to, like, say we did it and to, like, see it through to the end. But, like, man, that game became a slog near the end. And I feel bad because, like, the game was made by a developer that had made some other really good games. And they clearly had worked very hard on, like, making the game. And they worked crazy hard at marketing the game. The Daredrop campaign was enormously ambitious. They sent, like, these really cool... what's the word? These really cool, like... merch packs to like all these top tier streamers that had like custom made flagons, like drinking flagons with the game's logo on it, and cool like shirt designs and whatnot. Like they hit that game hard, and like they clearly put a lot behind it. And yeah, just the game, I just didn't love it, and clearly not as many people streamed it as they were hoping they would, or like the game didn't do as well as that they thought it would, because I think there were a lot of extra keys left over, because at one point, one of the publishers, one of the people that works for the publisher for that game, just straight up sent me a free key for the game's DLC. They were like, hey, you streamed this. Here's a key. I never requested it. And they were like, hey, we appreciate you playing our game. And in my mind, I was like, man, I hope they didn't watch my streams, because I wasn't like shitting on the game, but I definitely wasn't being overly generous in my description of the game. Like I like to think when I'm playing a game that I'm just not feeling, I'm not like mean about it. Hopefully it never comes off as me being like, yo, fuck these developers, these suck, they're idiots, they're stupid. But I'm also like, I like to think that if something is just not, if I'm not vibing, I will acknowledge such. And you know, I try to find the positives, but you know, acknowledging the negatives is, I think, a valid approach. So anyway, yeah, that was the game where I was like, man, the micromanagement, the way the game was balanced, it was, I just was not impressed. But the story was kind of cool, and there were, yes, and the Goth sister pudding wrestling, who could forget? El Goth certainly can't, and honestly, pretty based for him to remember. And I research the Michaelologist. Oh, I already did. I said I have to build the Michaelologist. That's right. And then landscaping was next. But I need the herbies, the herby boys. So for now, I will decommission this until more herbs will become available. I should have grabbed more when there was the opportunity for it, but I didn't recognize the opportunity earlier. It was too late. The opportunity had passed me by. 2 fellas for that one. Just need 3 more. 3 more. The Forbidden Chiropractic Adjustment. Is that the one where, like, the muscle mommy, like, fucking sits on your back while you're lying flat? And you feel a shift in your soul? Is that what that's referring to? There was somebody... It was very fun because Aaron and Helen... We traveled with Aaron and Helen for 3 weeks to Japan. We basically lived with them for 3 weeks as, like, roommates. And, you know, you live with someone for... Or even another couple for 3 weeks. You know, of course, there's the standard interactions you have with friends and family when you hang out with them. Every so often, you see them at gatherings, see them when you're hanging out, blah, blah, blah. But then you have those, like, more prolonged interactions where you're with them for a longer period, and you see kind of what things are like behind the scenes. You know, not just when you're doing gatherings or you're, like, in like, more standard hangouts, but you see what things are like kind of when everyone's hair is down and when things are a little bit more... you know, more tight-knit in that sense. And it was fun because nearly every night they had a ritual. Hopefully Aaron won't mind me telling folks about this, because I thought it was very cute. Aaron and Helen had a ritual where they're getting ready for bed, and Grace and I, like, their bedroom area was kind of next to the kitchen, so we would like be hanging out in the kitchen, and like their bed was just kind of right there. So like it wasn't weird. It was just kind of the way the arrangement for the Airbnb in Tokyo, at least, was arranged, was configured. So like they'd be kind of like getting stuff ready for bed. They'd be, brushing their teeth, blah blah blah, and inevitably one would be sitting on the bed, and the other one would be like Aaron would say to Helen, or Helen would say to Aaron, "I need you to like pop my back. Help pop my back, please." And usually they would like take turns, where one would lie flat on the back, on like on their stomach, and the other one would like roll on top of the other one, usually hearing making noises ranging from anguish to like you would hear a pop followed by like, "Oh God." There was one point in particular where Helen was like trying to like get Aaron's back to pop, and she got like a really good one, and she was like, "Oh God, I hope I didn't hurt him." She was like, "I felt your entire body shift with that pop." She was like, "Oh, I hope I didn't fucking snap something." That's when I think of the forbidden, the forbidden chiropractic adjustment, quote unquote. That's what I think of. Just fucking break my shit, please. All right, that should be enough for the landscapification, please. There we go. That'll be the last bit of the decor. The mycologist. Did I build two? Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I'm stupid, and also I'm stupid, and also I'm stupid. I built an uboologist instead of a mycologist because I don't know how to read, and I'm dumb, and I'm silly, and I'm stupid, and I'm terrible, and I'm stupid. But that's okay, cause once that gets built up, I will build. So it's not under here. It's under here. There we go. There we go. And you build it next to mushrooms. Clearly, no, you build it. Oh, you put the plots. You put the plots out, and that's where the clay areas come in. All right, well, that makes me feel less silly. Still a little silly, but less silly. Build it right hard. I think that's good. Boop, boop. All right, so that will do it. So we'll deconstruct that one. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Q-tips in your ears. Oh, the prostate exam. Ah, yes, that one. An insurance blessed pegging experience. God, I wish that were me. Oh, we got the thing, by the way. See. It's so wrong for a man to have hobbies. The coccyxular adjustment. A finger or two up the bum. It's probably a real thing, probably. I'll confess, I've actually never heard of this before. But that would do it, he says. That would fix me. It's the same mysterious benefactor from last time, and it actually comes in clear this time. Connection is loud and clear. It says, who are you and how and why do you possess this mysterious technology? Call me Nana. That's awfully mysterious. A tailbone. Oh, I have heard about that. Yeah. I've heard that's what it's called. Am I pronouncing it right? Cossix? Cossix? Can we call it the Cockix? Cockix probably is not right, as funny as it sounds. I want to hear about you guys. You're living on an Onbu, which is really cool. We thought these things were extinct. What do you know so much about this? Yeah, and then this guy's like, what the fuck do you know? It's the Cox 6. Not the Cox Sex. That's disappointing. But yes, genuinely, it's the Cox 6. Good to know. Good to know. My facility here is in pretty good condition. You can gather a lot of data from all over the world. We have seismometers that capture the rhythm of your fella's walk-ins. His walk-ins and your talk-ins. The melody of its sounds, it's incredible. You got a transmitter going, it's pretty impressive. Told you this would be great, she says. Why did you contact us? Would you like to come here and join us? I'd love to, but the facility... I cannot leave the facility. Something more urgent to be discussed. There's the poisonous fungi, which is getting worse every day. People seeking refuge in our village to get away from said fungi. Despite how fun these guys are, they're not so good. No end in sight, too. Maybe we can get out there and figure out the source of this evil fungus and combat it and dispose of it and get rid of it and get the fuck out of here. How do we combat this plague, this blight that is affecting us, affecting the fungus? There's relics of the old world. I'll tell you more about them when the time is right, but I have a plan. Now, once we have these relics, just trust me, bro. Run errands, please, and we won't tell you why. Just trust me, bro. I promise. Very mysterious, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Why should we trust an outsider? I'm willing to give it the benefit of a doubt. But why should I trust you? It's been hundreds of years since anyone has even seen an Anbu. How do I know you're just not going to exploit this thing for your own gain like other humans have before you? Cause them to go extinct. Oh, she Angie. This is none of your business anyway. What if you use us for your own gain? It's probably fine. I mean, she's being a little bit guarded about some details, but it's probably fine. We're doing our best. We're doing our part. It's the leader's decision. That's me. I'm the leader. So that, of course, means that if we would have taken the path earlier to just demolish the strange structure and never even build the transmitter, then presumably that would have set us on a very different kind of quest path. Chiropractics is nonsense. I mean, that's how I feel about it. I know it's a little bit controversial. Some people swear up and down that a chiropractor altered their life for the better. But I mean, I know of cases where chiropractors have, you know, misaligned or misadjusted something and caused problems. So and of course, chiropractors, there's like a license for it, but it's not really like a medical license. And you're very much dealing with medical things. And of course, there's like physical therapy. Like there's things that are more legit. But yeah, I tend to have a not the most positive view of chiropractic. But fingies at the bum, hell yeah. Do you see this lab coat? What more do you need? My lab coat, my glasses, my contemplative pose. I've mentioned before that when we were in Japan, we stayed at an onsen. Rather, stayed in an onsen doesn't really make sense. We stayed at a ryokan. Ryokan is like the kind of hotel or I guess resort that has onsens built into it, including private onsens like the ones we had access to. So we stayed at a ryokan for basically a day and a half, like one night and part of the day before and part of the day after. And when you stay at a ryokan, they're not kimonos, but they give you yukatas to wear. Yukatas are kind of like kimonos, but more clothy instead of like the like more smoother like velvety fabric that you see with kimonos. They're more kind of like everyday clothing that you would think of with like traditional Japanese garb. So usually cloth can be washed in a plain old washing machine, nothing fancy. And at the end of the trip, at the end of the stay rather, you're given the option to purchase the yukata if you feel so inclined. I did not, just because they were kind of expensive, and Gracie and I wanted to see if we can find some used ones on the cheap, and we did. But Gracie's going to use the ones that we bought to do some other kind of crafty project with. Use the fabric for some other kind of fun crafty project. But anyway, just to get back to my original point, Aaron and Helen, they did buy their yukatas, and Aaron was excited for his because he was saying how, like, he can imagine himself, he's on, like, a work call, he's working from home, he's on a work call, and he would just be, like, doing work meetings, and especially with this webcam on, wearing his yukata, looking very philosophical and very dignified, just, like, doing, like, very, like, having, like, a corncob pipe, looking so, like, so dignified, so sophisticated, or like just standing, looking out a window with his arms behind his back, looking very philosophical and very academic, very professorial. He was excited to like incorporate that into his just daily routine, which would be fun. So anyway, when I saw the hand pose, that's what I thought. I thought of Aaron just being like, yes, indeed. I agree, shallow and pedantic. Way to go, Theo, you idiot. Stupid head. About as controversial as climate change, yeah. I mean, I'm with you, but I just know that there are some people that swear up and down, like, I don't care, bro, my chiropractor's great, and they helped me, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want to shit on that, because, like, there are, I'm sure, anecdotal cases where it's a positive thing, but I have a hard time seeing the greater practice as not being as being anything short of negative. But, I don't know, it's Others are they swear up and down it's great for them. So Godspeed. What's up, Dolph Grims? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, dude, when you're in Japan, you gotta embrace the weebery, man. When you're in Japan for 3 weeks, too. It's one thing if you're there for a couple days or just, you know, go to Tokyo for like an overnight stay or what have you, or like for a work thing. You know, if you're there, just like I said, temporary basis, whatever. But if you're there to do, you know, to go to an onsen, to see Mount Fuji, to go to Tokyo and Kyoto and Osaka and take the Shinkansen, the bullet train, you know, doing all these great things, you gotta embrace the weeb, man. Embrace the weeb. That's what we fucking did. Had a good old time, man. I loved it out there, man. Absolutely loved it. Did we get the Michaelologist built? Yes, we did. And there is no plot. Oh, all right. Make the plots. Make the plots and give them some devices. We'll do the usual, like, 1/3 at the start. And then once that's ready, we'll feed the fella. We'll feed the fella. It has a risk, right? Yeah. No crazy necro. Ugh. Terrible. Scary. But maybe temporary relief, which is nice. But don't walk into a random place. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, the risk seems, yeah, concerning to say the least. Needless to say. Yeah, acupuncture seems legit, right? Yeah, and that's the thing. You don't have to go to a chiropractor for acupuncture, which is nice. I know it's a service a lot of chiropractors offer, but it's nice that it's not like you can get those at other various like day spas, that kind of thing. We got another cutscene. Good to see you, Dolph. It was a good time. It was a good time, bud. Just get a massage. Yeah, that's the thing too. Massages sound great too, and it seems like you get nice benefit, nice like, you know, pain relief or discomfort relief at least, without hardly as much, at least, of the risk that chiropractic seems to bring with it. So Relic is in your vicinity. A man who needs your help. He's an oddball, an odd fellow. Doesn't sound like anybody I know. His name is Pidge. He's wearing birds. How do you think he talks? The lady I talked to said you lived on an Onbu, is how I imagine it. He talks. Flying scavengers. I got that shit, bro. One of my beloved carrier pigeons. Biko. Got lost inside of a poison storm and I don't know what to do. I'm beside myself. I'm so sad. I'm pissing. I'm shitting. I'm every substance is emanating from my body as we speak. Spawny poison storms. Send the boys to look for my boy Biko. And Biko was his name. Oh. I will personally accompany our scavengers. I have this old relic, by the way. You can have it if you bring back my boy. My boy. We handled that well. Look at the map. I'll send the shit. It's pretty cool. Talk to you soon. And Theo's like, how dare you expose yourself to the poison clouds for a crazy person's bird? Are you fucking lost your marbles? This is I can do it. Ease your titties. Calm them titties. Don't worry about me, dear. It was the relic. There's a shrine. Oh, they said poison storms. Look out for them poison stormies. Our guy's getting hungry, though. I'm curious about the shrine. There's like some ancient notes, which is exciting. North. Venture north. Northwards. At least tried it, yeah. Yeah, which I, you know, is a valid way to do it. Just, yeah, something I personally can't really recommend. Yeah, the risk just seems no funsies. No buenos. That being said, friends, it is getting quite late. Actually, went a lot later than I expected to. This game is fun. I do like this a lot. I would like to come back to it. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to come back to it before the Daredrop campaign ends, especially seeing how far away the monument stuff is. The monument dare for that one is definitely going to be a tricky one. The other one was building a scavenger's hut before day 12. So we could maybe try like a speed run save file at some point where we just kind of mainline the research and ignore other things. I'll make a new save file. Oh, it's the manual save. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're good. And of course the auto saves every 10 minutes anyway. So we're all good. And I can just save and exit. There you go. There you go. It's a cool game though. I like this one a lot. And we're gonna do Meerkat's Redemption in a second, by the way. But no, the game is good. I appreciate that that like the colony management and research tree configurations and like directions to give for the Onbu so far at least have been not overly complicated. There's enough depth to keep you interested, but not so much that it feels overwhelming, like a certain couple of strategy games we played recently, to the tune of Frostpunk, of course. Frostpunk was overwhelming and exhausting. This game is a little bit more chill, which I appreciate. That being said, I was noticing that the Onbu specific traits, such as feeding him and navigating him around poison, that kind of thing, was about to get more complicated because we were finding food naturally slower than his hunger needs were giving us. Hence the need for building the mycologist station and all that jazz. So, you know, we were nearing a point where keeping up with his hunger was going to start to be an issue. So, like, you know, the difficulty scaling feels pretty reasonable. Now there is hard mode. There is challenge mode. There's hard difficulty for anybody who feels, you know, like they want to just go in on crazy silly mode. But no, I like what I'm seeing so far, and the fact that there's a dare drop.